Hello everyone. This is my adaptation of putting the Lunicycles cushion seat on the veteran Sherman. I've looked at various methods of attaching seats to the Sherman, and I think this one is the best. It's the one that I like. So what you'll need is your Luna seat of choice. This one is the $50 one, the one with lots of cush on it. You'll need these clamps, and I'll have links for all this stuff below. An Allen wrench, which I believe comes with this. Some 6mm nuts and washers, or alternatively, you can use some 6mm flange nuts. And then some foam. And Velcro, I guess. I've already put that on the back. You'll also need these. I 3D printed these little spacers. I'll leave a link for that as well. If you don't have access to a 3D printer, I highly recommend buying one. They're pretty cheap nowadays, especially if you're an avid unicyclist. If not, there's a link to these online, and if you really need some, you can maybe buy them from me for super cheap. All you have to do is pay for shipping. All right, so let's get to it. So the way that I have this on my Sherman, this is the front and this is going to be the back. With these clamps right here, you just pop it on right there and insert the spacer. And then you can either use a washer and a regular nut, or because there's not a lot of room, you can just use flange nut. And then you can even use that to kind of tighten it down. And you do the same thing on the other side. My phone is too hot, so I turned off the light. Then you unscrew these with the tool that comes in the kit. And next we go over to the Sherman. All right, I've got my seat kind of positioned where it needs to be. So now I'm going to go ahead and screw these brackets on. All right, I'm just gonna cinch these down nice and tight. I really like these brackets because they're metal. They've got tons of rubber here, so it's not gonna scratch up your bar at all. And they're really cheap. You get 2 of these for like $9. So it just hinges up like that. It can stay up. You can access your trolley handle. And then I previously had this spot of Velcro on here for my stock Sherman seat, which I thought I'd like more, but it was too slippery, so I put some grip tape on it, but then it became too stiff. So it's recommended that you just get any piece of foam. This is some packaging from one of the unicycle boxes that I got. And I just put it right there. And then this rests on that, and it even gives a little bit more squish. So there's these 2 brackets. The rear brackets, I thought I was gonna have to remove them, but they just fall perfectly right there. And even if you don't have the foam, if you have a smaller piece of foam or no foam at all, they just stop right in that groove, which is awesome. I recommend putting some kind of foam in between here. My original plan was to Velcro this there and then have Velcro right here on top to keep the seat down and prevent it from moving sideways, but I don't find that it moves sideways that much when I'm sitting down on it. It does wiggle back and forth a little bit, but once I sit down, it doesn't move very much. But anyways, I really like this seat mod. It's super easy. It's not necessarily a quick release, but the fact that you can lift your seat up super easily and access your trolley handle makes it worth it. You can still pick up your wheel by holding onto this in the rear, and the seat is really comfortable. When you sit on it, it does kind of feel like you're falling back, but I just sit further up and I feel fine. And I can even grab onto this while I'm riding, which is very comfortable to put your hands right up in here. It's a lot more comfortable than grabbing the bar, which is what I used to do before the seat. But this is just a really nice setup. I really like it. Hope you enjoyed this mod. I hope you do it. I highly recommend it. And yeah, happy riding.